Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to cover the topics fractions and percentages. A singular unit can be divided into an equal parts, and these parts are called the fractions of that unit. Like here you can see a pie or a circle. It is divided into 8 equivalent parts, and these parts are called as fraction. So for example, if we taken out 2 parts from it, so we can write it as 2 out of 8 parts. Fractions are usually represented in this form: numerator over denominator. Like 1 over 2, 1:3 means it is 1 part out of 3 part. 2 over 5 means 2 part out of 5 parts. The denominator represented the total amount and the numerator represented the parts taken out of the unit. So we are going to represent them in the form of fractions. Now here there are 2 types of fractions: proper fraction and improper fraction. In proper fraction, the numerator is smaller and the denominator is greater, whereas in improper fraction, the numerator is greater and the denominator is smaller. There is one more thing, that is mixed number, and it is usually written in the form of, like here it is written 2 whole number 1 over 8, or like 5 whole number 2 over 4. This is the example of mixed number, and it is a combination of a whole number plus proper fraction, and it can easily be converted into a fraction. Now here we are going to look at the question in which we have to find out the amount with the help of the fraction from the total amount. Here it is given 3/4 of 12, means we have to find out that what is the exact amount of 3/4 of 12. In order to find out, we can go for 2 ways. First one is, we can find out with the help of 1 over 4 of 12, which is 12 divided by 4, as it is 1 over 4 into 12. So it is 3. And then we can multiply this by numerator. So it comes out as 9. And we can do it directly as well, like rather than multiplying 1 over 4 with 12, we directly multiply 3/4 with 12. So we have, as we know that they can cancel out with each other, so we have again, now 3 into 3 is 9. So in both cases we have the same answer, but in this form we have a reduced steps and we can find out the answer directly and easily. Just one more question of this type and then we will move forward to the next type of questions. Here we have to find out the 7th of the 8th portion of 240. Means what is the exact amount of 7 portions of a unit. So we can directly multiply this fraction with 240. We will reduce these values with the help of 2. So it's basically 210. Means that 7th out of the 8 portions of 240 is 210. The value of that fraction is 210. 7 portions are equivalent to the amount of 210. Now we have a question here in which we have to change a mixed numbers into an improper fraction. Here we have a question 9 whole number 5 over 7. As we know that improper fraction has 2 parts, which is the numerator and the denominator. For the numerator, we are going to multiply the denominator value with the whole number and add this value into the numerator. So we will get our numerator and denominator comes as it is. So here we have 9 whole number 5 over 7. So first of all we are going to multiply this 7, which is a denominator, with the whole number, which is 9. And then we are going to add this value into the numerator, which is 5. And denominator comes out as it is. As we know that 7 into 9 is 63. So 63 plus 5 is equals to 68 over 7. And this is our answer. Similarly, we have another example in which we have 11 whole number 3 over 13. Again here we are going to multiply 13 with the whole number, which is 11, and we are going to add up this value into 3, and the denominator comes out as it is, which is 13 here. So we have 143 plus 3 over 13. We have answer 146 over 13. Here we have a question in which we have to change the improper fraction into a mixed number. And the question is 33 over 5. As we know, in order to get the whole number, we need to have a numerator which can easily be divided by the denominator. So we know that 33 is not divisible by 5. But 30 is divisible by 5. So we can write it 30 over 5 plus 3 over 5, which is same and equivalent to 33 over 5. As the denominator is the same, so when we take LCM, we have 5 in the denominator and 30 plus 3 is 33 over 5. Now we can cancel out this value, which is, so we have 6 whole number 3 over 5, because when we are going to convert it, we will have the same answer, which is 5 into 6 is 30 plus 3, which is 33 over 5. So in this way we have converted this improper fraction into a mixed number. Look at another example, which is 73 over 12. If we know that 73 is not divisible by 12, we can't get the whole number out of it. But we know that 72 is divisible by 12. So we can write it as 72 plus over 12 plus 1 over 12, which is exactly equivalent to 73 over 12. Now we know that 12 into 6 is 72. So now we have our answer, which is 6 whole number 1 over 12. Because when you multiply this with this and add up in this, you will get the same answer. In this way, we have transformed the improper fraction into a mixed number. Now we look at the percentages. Basically, a percentage is a fraction whose denominator is 100. And the fraction whose denominator is 100 can be expressed as a percentage. Like here you can see it is a proper fraction because it has a value of 28 over 100 and it can be written as 28%. So we will look at some questions in which we have to express the fractions in terms of percentages. Now we have here 29 over 50. We know that percentage is a fraction whose denominator is 100. So first of all, we need to multiply and divide this fraction with a number so that the denominator becomes 100. And we know that if we multiply 50 with the 2, then it becomes 100. But in order to make it balance, we are going to multiply both the numerator and denominator with the 2 in order to cancel the effect of this additional thing, because it is equivalent to 1 basically, and when you multiply anything with the 1, it has no effect. Now we have 29 into 2 is 58 and 50 into 2 is 100. Now we can write it in terms of percentage because now it has a denominator 100. So it can easily be written as 58%. So 29 portion of 50 is 58% of the total. Now here we have another fraction which is 23 over 25. In order to make the denominator 100, we know we have to multiply this 25 with 4. So we will have 100. But we are going to multiply and divide this fraction by 4. So we will have 23 over 25 into 4 over 4 or 92 over 100. So it is basically 92%. So 23rd portion of the total of 25 out of 25 portions is basically 92% of the total amount. Hope this video is helpful in understanding the concepts of fractions and percentages. Thank you for watching. Do visit and subscribe my channel.